Hello guys, hello, my name is Elena, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna do dinosaur cake. Okay, so this time dinosaur will be flat fondant cutout laying on top of 8-inch round cake. So I printed picture the size I needed, so make sure it's scaled good, so it needs to be pretty large. And we're gonna do like appliqué style, so I'm gonna start from the background colors and work my way up. So I'm gonna start with the black color, and let's cut out the background first, or the little black that you see behind Dinosaur Head. And I'm just gonna roll out fondant pretty thin with my rolling pin, and I'm gonna lay my picture over it, and I'm using a tool, anything that you like, something to press over a picture and make sure you have a print on the fondant left. So that way you can go right back and cut it out. And that's how we're gonna proceed with all of our parts. Okay, so now we have the start. Then let's do the same way. Let's do dinosaur head right now. So let's cut out our main one. Okay, so I'm gonna go all the way around, just like so. Make sure you press hard enough so you will see the lines later. And I'm not gonna press, since I'm at it, all the lines where the mouth goes, where all the nose, eyeballs, so that will be my guideline to put the next details over. So that way there's no guessing game and I'll know exactly what goes where. All right, just like that. And let's cut it out too. Just like that. And we're gonna lay that on top of our black fondant. See, just like on the picture. All right, and you see my line, so that will be my guide where the next detail will go. So next detail, see, if you look at the picture, it will be mouth. So I'm gonna cut it out. Okay, and I'm gonna mark my details inside of the mouth. That way it will be very easy for us to do all finishing details. And I'm gonna use just plain water to help details to attach to each other. All right, and I'm gonna remark again, make sure I don't lose my spots. And I'm gonna go ahead and color the mouth right now too. So I'm using petal dust. I'm using dry first, so that way it's not as concentrated, so it will be kind of pinkish red, like in the picture, inside the mouth, just like that. And I'm gonna use some brown to give more dimension. Okay, and then I'm gonna put some Everclear in a red color. That will be more concentrated color now, and I'm gonna paint the ton. If you look at the picture, the ton is much brighter. And you may need 2 coats for this. If you do, then make sure it dries between the coats. That way it's not gonna be streaky on you. Just like that. That looks pretty good. And continue with our details. So next will be that lips that goes on top and the bottom, and use picture original as your guide, how thick it needs to be or how long, kind of help you out. So just roll the sausages and lay it right over. Just like that. And do the same with the top portion. And I'm just gonna use the edge of my little spatula to give it extra texture. All right, and the same way I'm gonna do the eyeball and the nostrils. So just roll your sausages pretty thin and arrange. And because I left the dents in the green fondant when I was cutting out, it's very easy for me to see where everything goes, so it goes pretty fast. Okay, using again chocolate petal dust, I'm gonna add a few more spots to give it more dimension. Like it's on the nostrils, underneath the eyes, so it looks like it's more to it. So he's not just flat. Okay. This already looks more different. All right, and continue with our details. All right, so I think we're done for today and we'll see you tomorrow. So now it's tomorrow. I just love how in the videos like, ta-da, tomorrow. So I'm gonna go ahead and cover the cake in fondant, and I'm using ivory color fondant, satin ice. So just cover it, make sure it's all nice. It doesn't have to be smooth because we're gonna actually distress it a little bit. So I'm gonna lay my dinosaur on top to kind of eyeball where he will be and create my cracks in the fondant slash dirt ground. So I'll just use my fondant tool and I'm gonna create the little scratches and make them pretty deep, just like that. So nothing too hard. Okay, and the sides of the cake I'm gonna distress a little with a rolling pin. So all I do is just push pin against the cake, create a little dents here and there. So we don't need to make it look perfect. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my dinosaur off and I'm gonna go ahead and airbrush the cake. So the whole cake I'm gonna cover with brown color, and I'm using chroma colors in my handy dandy airbrush. I love this little thing. Okay, again, doesn't have to be even, we'll just give it a little dimension. Okay, and the cracks on top, I'm using black airbrush color and just lightly brush every that scratch, every crack, so that way it looks like it's deeper than what it is. Okay, so that looks pretty good, just like that. So I'm gonna put our dinosaur back, make sure he fits where he belongs, and I'm gonna roll more of the light brown fondant, and I'm gonna wrap the board with it. Again, just a few dabs of water on top, make sure the fondant sticks to it. Just like that. Trim what we don't need. I'm gonna use fondant smoother to smooth it out, make sure no folds, and trim excess with my little spatula to the board. Just like that. All the way around. Okay, and then I do have a message going around the cake and fondant letters, which I already pre-cut. So I'm gonna lay them first, make sure they all centered. Okay. So I'm gonna lay them all in order, just see where they're coming. And looks like I need to adjust a little bit, move them around. So I'm just gonna wiggle them in place. Just like that. Yeah, so make sure they're in the center, the message in the center, like that. And then I'm gonna rub water underneath of each letter to attach them to the board. Okay, let's go. Now I'm gonna rub water all around the cake. That will help me to attach the rocks that I already pre-made some. I just did some gray, brown fondant, mixed it together uneven, so you do have shade of colors. And I'm just gonna go all around and attach them. Just like that. So I'm gonna do one layer first and then see if any leftovers or if I need more. I'll just add it as I go and eyeball how I like it. Alright, and here's our finished cake. What you guys think? I hope you like it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you're new on my channel, don't forget to subscribe to it. And we'll see you next time. Bye. Love you so much.